Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So here it is, the long-awaited review of IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Lines Foundation. I swear it was one thing after another and I just couldn't get this video recorded. I actually tried to record it twice and something happened to my memory card. Anyway, here I am. Let's get right down to it. I just took a shower, so my hair is still wet. I'm going to go and meet Christy and my son for breakfast this morning. First I'm going to tell you the claims on the foundation. It is available at Ulta. That's where I purchased it, and it is $38. It is available in 7 shades. Let me read you the claims. Bye Bye Lines Foundation starts its life as your hydrating anti-aging serum and is infused with pure color pigments to seamlessly conceal the looks of lines, wrinkles, and imperfection and give you instant complexion perfection. Perfect for all skin types, this advanced foundation contains anti-aging peptides, caviar extract, hydrolyzed collagen, hyaluronic acid, argan oil, babasu oil, plus vitamins A, C, E, B1, B2, B3, B5, B7, B9, and CoQ10. It features property drops of light optical blurring technology for an airbrushed, lit from within glow, and finally you can experience a luminous sheer to medium coverage that makes your skin look younger, not older. As you just heard, it is a sheer to medium coverage and it is a luminous finish. I have used this foundation for over a week. I've done different applications with it. I used a beauty blender, which I did not care for because it is a sheer to medium foundation. With the beauty blender, I found that it just seemed too sheer for me. I did apply it with my fingers and that worked well. My preference was using a brush, a flat brush. That's the way I thought it looked the best. I thought it lasted nicely throughout the day and I thought I would share it with you. Now, I am really a full coverage girl, but I thought that I would give this one a try. I've already got my skincare on. This foundation does not have any SPF. I don't have a problem with foundations not having an SPF because I always use an SPF. I use a sunscreen underneath. I've been using the Botanical sunscreen from Australian Gold and that has an SPF of 50. I'm also trying to get through this Clinique Even Better moisturizer and this has an SPF of 20. I always use an SPF regardless of the foundation I'm going to use. So that is not a deal breaker for me, but you should be aware in case you do like foundations to have an SPF, such as the IT Cosmetics CC cream and has an SPF of 50. Therefore, you don't need, if you don't want to add another sunscreen underneath. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to bring you up a little bit closer and I am going to show you the application and then I'll take you throughout the day and see, so you can see how this foundation wears. All right, I think that you are close enough. I just want you to be able to have a really good look on how it applies. I have had quite a few comments letting me know that they really wanted to see how it looked. Now, as you know, I live in Florida. It is high humidity here and I have normal skin. My shade is in tan and I think it's on the light side. Then I probably could have gone one shade darker. I did also purchase the medium tan and that was way too light for me. If you don't have all the dark spots that I have, I think this foundation would do a really nice job, especially if you like a foundation that is that sheer to medium coverage. It never looks cakey. So here you can see this is the side with the foundation and this side without. What I'm going to do for this side, I'm going to apply with my finger so you can see you could do it as well. I am not an apply with your fingers type of gal, but for the purpose of this video, I will do it. it goes on very nicely, very smoothly. I did add a little bit more than I probably should have, but I'm trying to get it as medium as I possibly can. I have some really bad spots right here. This side I applied with my fingers, and this side I applied with the brush. And as you can see, it doesn't cover the dark spots. If that's an issue for you, then this foundation will not work. I make it work because of the bronzers and everything else that I apply. But if you are a minimalist, then you might want to keep this in mind if you need a full coverage. Because I have tried to build it up and it doesn't build past this. I think it looks pretty. I think it's, if you like a luminous finish, then I think it looks really nice. I also want to show you another few products. I know I said that I was just going to do the foundation review, but since we're already here, I might as well show you how everything looks. I did purchase this It Cosmetics, the Pores Illumination, and this is a white powder. It is radiant translucent. It does have a white cast to it, but I feel that it really helps with the pores. I think it also helps with extending the foundation, unless the foundation just has really good wear. Now let me show you. I think it looks pretty good. The other product that I purchased was the Bye Bye Pores, the blush, and I purchased mine in Naturally Pretty, and this is the shade. It has a bit of a sheen to it, but you can just basically scrape it off, that very top layer, and it'll eliminate the sheen. And this is also supposed to eliminate the pores. I thought this blush looks pretty. Very natural. It doesn't look heavy. If you like a natural look, you'd probably really like this. I thought it looked pretty. You let me know what you think. All right, I'm going to do the rest of my face. I'm going to meet Christy and John for breakfast, and then I'll come back and I'll check in with you. All right, see you all in a little while. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you what time it is. Duh. It is 10:06. All right, and with the magic of editing, I am back. It is now 4:24. You believe me. It's 4:24. So it has been 6.5 hours. And I haven't done anything except retouch my lipstick. It has been raining like crazy. I had breakfast with Christy and John. I went to Ulta. I went to Home Goods to return that gosh darn chair that broke. I had to go to Office Depot to get a brand new chair. I have been going up and down, and I decided the last time I'm just not going to do my hair anymore. All right, let me bring you up a little bit closer so you can see what this foundation looks after 6.5 hours. Only you guys get to be this up close and personal to me. I think that for a sheer to medium coverage, I think this foundation has held up pretty well for 6.5 hours. I'll come back in about 2 or 3 hours and show you what it looks like, but I think it looks great. I think the blush hasn't lasted as long. It looks as if it has faded some. I've done some other foundation reviews, and I've used the Becca Foxglove with those, and even after 8 hours or 10 hours, that blush is still there. This blush has not lasted as long, but it was a light blush to begin with. It was a very minimal blush, very natural looking. But as far as the foundation is concerned, it hasn't settled anywhere, and I thought it still looked really, really good for this type of coverage. I mean, you know, it's certainly not a full coverage foundation, but it's not marketed as such. All right, let me zoom you back out. All right, like I said, it's 4:30. I'm gonna be back in about 2 or 3 hours, so I can show you what it looks like after 8.5, 9 hours. And hopefully it still looks just as good as it does now, but I think even rained upon, I mean, I didn't have an umbrella with me, so there was rain falling on me. And I thought for sure it was going to take away a lot of the foundation. But as far as I can see, it's still pretty much there. Pretty good. All right, I'll be back in a couple of hours. See you then. And through, once again, the magic of editing, here I am at the 8-hour mark. I am going to go ahead and bring you up a little bit closer so you can see how It Cosmetics Bye Bye Lines Foundation worked after 8 hours. I haven't been out. I've been making dinner. Alrighty, here we go. I haven't even looked at myself in the mirror, so I didn't apply any more lipstick or anything. This is it. Let me take a look at the mirror so I can point out to something that's working or not working. All right, as far as settling, I don't see it actually settling anywhere. It's a bit rubbed off from right around here on my face, I guess, but, or maybe not. Maybe it's just because it is a sheer to medium coverage. I mean, I think from a normal distance, it probably looks fine, but when you look at me up close, you can certainly see the dark spots. But you know that for me, it has to be such a heavy coverage for it to cover up all of these dark spots and hyperpigmentation and all. But if you have pretty normal skin as far as the lack of pigmentation, and you have normal skin, this foundation should work pretty nice for you. I mean, even at the 8-hour mark, it's still looking good. My mascara doesn't look very good, and my under eyes don't look very good, but I never apply foundation there because to me that, you know, it just doesn't work. If I apply foundation underneath my eyes and then I go over it with some concealer, it's going to look pretty bad. All my wrinkles are really going to show up, but I don't know. And I didn't apply any setting powder. I mean, I did apply setting powder. I did the It Cosmetics translucent powder. What I didn't apply was the setting spray. I didn't apply any of that. Looks pretty good, pretty darn good. I'll see if I can come back after 10 hours. I will, and show you what it looks like. Well, I have to because I got to do the closing. All right, I'll see you in a couple of hours. I was about to wash my face. It's after 9 o'clock. I was going to start getting my skincare and everything on, and I remembered I hadn't recorded the last part of this review. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I'm totally losing it. I must be, because I had meant to record this earlier and I got into editing some other videos, and anyway, never mind. Well, I'm not even going to go in there. I'm digressing. I'm going to bring you up closer to show you what the foundation looks like after 11 hours. I'm going to bring up my mirror so I can see what I'm talking about here, because anyway. All right. Let's see. Concealer looks terrible. All right, what do you think? I think this foundation has held up really, really nicely. Yeah, it's already coming off around here, but my gosh, it's 11 hours. You know, I mean, and from the get-go, it really didn't cover that much because I've got too many dark spots, and I purchased medium tan. And it's a bit lighter than I would like. Okay, I think you've seen it. But overall, if you don't have these dark spots, I think this foundation works really, really nice. It didn't crack up anywhere. It didn't go into my lines. It didn't go into any wrinkles. It has worn very, very well. If you like a foundation that's sheer to medium coverage, this is perfect. I like this foundation, even though it's not a full coverage. I like it because it's so lightweight. And I wore it to school all week. That means I wore it to work. I put it on. I applied it at 5:30 in the morning. And I didn't take it off till about, I don't know, I usually get home around 5. So it lasted all day. Okay, that's better. You don't want to have me that close and personal all for such a long time. You just wanted to see the foundation on how it looked. I thought the blush didn't hold up very well, but overall I thought this foundation, it tends to be a little lighter because mine is in tan, and yeah, that's not tan. I could compare it, I compared it with other foundations that I have, like the Born This Way or the Lorac or any one of the others that I have, and they're all much darker. Something to keep in mind if you have an olive complexion. But I like it because it doesn't feel heavy, and I don't go to work with looking as if I have a full face of makeup on, if that makes any sense, which I really don't like to do with what as a school teacher. I really don't like going to school with all of that makeup on. So I try to keep my makeup pretty natural. And this, I think, it totally did the job. If you've tried this foundation, let me know. I know that there have been mixed reviews on it. Some people hate it, some love it. Let me know. All right, everyone, I'm going to go take off my makeup now. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for taking a piece out of your day to spend with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.